Hey guys, welcome to Saturday Spotlight. On the bench today, we got a classic here. It's the AMT 1957 Ford Fairlane 500 two-door hardtop. This kit is a classic. At least I think it's a classic. And it started life as this, in this kit here. And let me stop this guy for a minute. I'll get him back out of the road here. Okay, this kit started life in this kit right here, 1963, the 57 Ford 3-in-1. Now I did, my third video that I did, I actually did one on this kit right here, and I actually opened it up. This is an original unbuilt kit, and I went through the whole kit and compared it with some subsequent box arts, and just did kind of a brief little history on this kit here. So if you want to see that one, guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description. So if you haven't seen that video, just go to that link, check that out. I think you enjoy it. I enjoyed making it, and it just was just cool seeing all the stuff that in the box, the customizing parts, which virtually everything is still in this box. So, but that's not what this video is about. So go click on that link, go back and check that one out. I think you'll like it. So that was that. That's what this kit started life as. And I built this car. I got to look and I seen on the bottom of it, I actually had put the date, and I built this car in 2001. So this has been around for a while. Now, again, this, I did build it. It is not part of my collection. I did build this for my dad because in 1965-ish, somewhere in there, he actually had a car just like this, same colors and everything. He was stationed in Jacksonville, Florida, when he was in the Navy, and he actually bought a 57 Ford. It was I guess it was a junkyard / used car lot, and he actually bought that car down there. And I don't know if he was working for the guy at the time. I don't know that 100%, but he bought that car from him, and then that was what his transportation was. And it had a old, I guess, an old cast iron automatic transmission in it, and it kept blowing a seal out of it, and he'd replace the seal, and it was no time, it was out again. So he said enough of doing that, so he just pulled that out and put a 3-speed in it with a floor shifter, which is what I've depicted in this car. Now, I don't remember, this is the hardtop, but I think what he told me, I think his was a sedan, had the post on the side that was wrapped like in chrome to kind of give it the appearance of a hardtop when the windows were up. Now, I don't know. Dad probably watching this video, so he'll probably comment in the comment section if I'm correct or incorrect. So, Dad, if you're watching, let me know for sure in the comments, but I think that's what you was telling me about that. But anyway, this is the hardtop version right here. Get off there, little bug. But anyway, I'm going to stop this guy and pull him in a little bit closer to you. We'll just take a look at what we got here. So, AMT 57 Ford. Man, just, I think, my opinion, one of the best looking cars ever come out of Detroit. One of the best looking cars that Ford ever produced. Again, my opinion. So this one here, we'll just go take a look around it. Got the opening hood, works very well too, I'll say. Sits down nice and flush. Look at that. Very well engineered this kit was. And so the old 312. And I just put plug wires, but back then in those days I just used thread. No particular certain firing order. I just wired it up to give it the illusion that it was wired up. And I put a fuel line on it, and right here, I think that is, in electronics, I think they call that a resistor, diode, maybe. I'm not sure, guys. You know that for sure. Correct me, but I think that's what that is, a resistor right there. But I just thought it was about scaled right. Kind of made a nice looking fuel filter. So we got that going on under the hood there. Close the hood back down. It's got the opening doors, which actually open very nice. Now, I did not put the retainers on this, mainly for back then, for fear of glue leaking through, and then it would be glued fast and wouldn't be able to open them up. So, but anyway, so it's got the opening doors. They open nice, and I'm going to pull them off right now so we don't lose them. And then I actually, on the interior, I did did the flocking on the carpet. So it's got flocked carpet down there, brown. And if you notice, I don't know if you can see it by the camera or not, but anyway, the steering wheel, the dash, get down there where we can see, the dash, and the tops of the door panels, front and back, and I'll show you one of these, pull it up close and show you, is actually black also, and white right here. Now the reason that is when Dad bought that, he was actually going to change the color of the outside of the car to black and white. So he started with the interior. So I guess he got the dash, the tops of the door panels, and all that stuff done on it as he was planning on getting the rest of the outside and stuff painted. So, but that's the story on that. And as I said before, it was about 1965 when he bought that car, and I actually found. Now I'm going to focus for us or not. It's hard to, okay, that's a Florida plate. If you can't really see it right there, but the license plate up here in the corner, you might see it right there. It says 65, 1965. Now that license plate is out of the AMT Galaxy, Ford Galaxy, 65 Galaxy kit. So I went through there and found that, and I thought, well, that'd be appropriate. Right state, right year and everything that he would have had it then. So that was the scoop on that. Now it's got the posable steering, which actually works very well. The tie rod and everything moving there with it. So pretty impressed by that, how well that worked. But just a very, very well engineered kit, guys. I just love these. This was fun to build. Not a lot of issues with it that I remember, if I can think back. What, 22 years, something like that, 2001 when I built this for him. But yeah, he had wanted a kit of this, and he'd always told me about it. He didn't have any pictures of it, but he told me about it. So I got talking and said, well, and they were readily available then on the shelf. So we was able to pick one up, and he just told me what colors, and we come up with this combo, and he said it hit it pretty close to the mark on the colors. So he was glad to see that. And trying to think anything else to tell about this car. I guess a little story real fast. You guys know how I like to tell stories about these things. So here goes another one, and I'll try to condense it as low as I can. But anyway, I guess he was driving us home, and well, one thing about when he put that 3-speed in there, 75 wasn't finished yet from Florida and up north and all that stuff. I guess it was done in sections, but it wasn't complete. So he took a lot of, like side roads and stuff like that. And he said he'd get in the mountains of Tennessee. I guess he had dual exhaust on it. And he said he'd get on that thing and he'd let off the gas, downshift or whatever. And he said that thing would just cackle and just sound pretty awesome. So I guess a pretty fast old car, pretty mean old car, I guess it was. But he come home one time, I guess, and driving, and crankshaft broke in it. So that was pretty much the end of that. And he was planning on getting another engine, I guess. Things didn't work out, and somehow it ended up in a scrapyard, I guess, if that's the right story. But anyway, so sometimes those things happen. But anyhow, what a classic. Now, I did this for him as well. Now, this car actually sits in his cabinet with his other old models that he did years ago. And so it's sitting amongst some pretty good company. But I made this for him. Now, this actually, I got to actually tack this down because I never did tack it down for him. But this actually was off the box bottom of the Revell 70 Roadrunner when it was first released in 2000. So I just grabbed that off the box and put that on here. And then I put this road sign there, 41 North. That was one of the routes I guess he used to take coming back. So I just made him up a road sign there. And then this will set, if you wanted to display this in the case, this would set like this. And then you just have your, I mean, obviously it would set like that. And then you just have like a little roadside display there. So he thought that was pretty cool. He liked it. And it came out pretty well, I think. Now, the interesting thing is, you guys know, if you watch my channel, you know, because I've said it several times, about how liking the 57 Fords, you know, and I just went over a little bit ago how, it's my opinion, that and the 40 Ford Deluxe was I think, two of the nicest cars that Ford ever produced. Uh, but the interesting thing of it is, built this one for Dad. I've got several of these 57 Fords, and but I've never built one specifically for myself. So I think I might have to remedy that. Maybe I got some other things on tap here that I want to try to do and get done within the next year. And maybe I can just squeeze in a 57 Ford of my own, because I said I don't have one of my own that I've built, except that diorama that I did. I've got the 57 Ford on there. That's one I did years ago, and I just decided for whatever reason to make that one of my junkyard cars, so I just turned it into what it is now. But I would like to get one. I mean, I do have them. I would like to build one for myself. And I'm thinking maybe, definitely going to be the two-tone, maybe like a dark blue, light blue, or a light blue and white. I haven't really decided. I like those in the blue colors. I think they're just beautiful cars all the way around. So, but outside of that, I've probably done enough rambling on that stuff, guys. But just wanted to bring this one to you. What a classic, in my opinion. You know, the AMT 57 Ford, been around for all those years, since '63. And I think the most recent release I said in that one was 2017, I think, maybe 2019. I can't remember, in the flashback version. So anyway, you can go back and check that video. Like I said before, I got the link in the description. You just go check that out if you haven't seen that one. So, all right, put a fork in me, guys. I'm done. So if you guys want a shop card, I got plenty of shop cards. And if you would like one and request a shop card, I got the email in my channel description and in the description of the video. So send me an email for request for a shop card, and I will be sure, with your mailing address, and I'll be sure to get you one out just as soon as possible. So with that, I guess that's it for this Saturday Spotlight. So until next Saturday, we'll look at another car from my past builds, and we'll go from there. So from now, I'm going to say this is Eric from Eric's Model Garage. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and happy modeling.